Welcome to the Home Group Podcast, where we discuss everything addiction, recovery, mental health. I am Flip.
And I am Luke. Our generation of men, you're not allowed to have feelings.
We're going to talk about things that are uncomfortable, things that are scary, because when you talk about it, you take away its power.
The only thing that's going to keep me clean is me not wanting to be who I was then.
We was in the trenches, now look how we out here ballin'. Popped up in the max, now we flooring in the fall.
Are you ready?
Why don't you ask Reddy if he's Luke?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Home Group Podcast. My name is Flip, clean date April Fools 2016.
And I am Luke, clean date October 11th, 2017. Bang, bang.
Episode 7.
Episode 7.
Lucky number 11.
7 in heaven. Let's go.
I'm excited. I'm
Yes.
pumped.
Hey, thank you everybody for all the support. Oh my God, this is
Overwhelming.
amazing. Overwhelming support from everybody. All the comments are great. I know we're not supposed to read the comments, but we've been reading the comments because we love you guys and we want to know what you guys are saying.
Absolutely.
And it's amazing.
So timeline, right? Because you guys don't necessarily know when these came out. Our friend Epiphany Blinkens made a video supporting us and shared it, and that literally happened a couple hours ago. And so phones have been blowing up, and the support is
Immense.
it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And emotional.
Yeah.
Emotional.
I'm on an emotional roller coaster right now.
I cried several times.
Cried. I was excited. I got angry at myself for crying.
We had to poop.
We both did poop. We pooped. We took pictures of ourselves on the toilet and sent them to each other.
So, needless to say, we're just excited, and the reality is, we know we're not the only ones that struggle, right? And this is bigger than us, right? This is a real issue, not only in this country, but worldwide. And our whole goal is just to share our experience, strength, and hope that you can relate and know that you're not alone.
Yeah,
in
with this,
journey.
the thing about this addiction is that it does not discriminate. The disease does not discriminate. It doesn't matter where you are in life, how much stuff you have, what your status is. The dance of this disease is for everybody.
It's just been, like we said, overwhelming, excitement, energy. We couldn't wait to get back and record another episode. We just left the Rehab. Change of scenery.
Yeah.
We're at our friend Epiphany Blinken's house.
Yes,
And
we are.
she lent us her space to record, so that's why everything looks so nice and professional.
Yes.
And not like it's done in my walk-in closet, like normal.
Because we are in the walk-in closet.
So, on a side note, if I sound like I'm talking in a fishbowl, that's because my friend Epiphany Blinkens has cats, and I'm allergic to cats, and that's okay though. It's gonna be fine. And that's that.
Yeah.
Life check-in.
Life check-in, yeah. So, it's still up in the air. My job is still up in the air right now. Have no idea what's going on there. Nobody's saying anything. I feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm ready to just move out of the country.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Okay.
I want to move out of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. As far as like that goes, I'm not doing well.
Okay.
Everything else in my life is great.
Phenomenal.
All right? The kids, the family, everything is super good. But financially speaking,
Ugh.
I might be picking those cigarette butts up out of those ashtrays soon. I could be smoking some dirt bikes out of the ashtrays in front of the pet supermarket. But I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right.
What about you?
I had today one of the surreal moments in life that parents can relate to, and they can relate to it because they were kids once, right? So Mondays, my wife gets to sleep in. It's her only day off, and normally we get up and she lays out the clothes for the kids, packs my son's lunch, you know what I mean, does all that. If she's home, if she hasn't left for work already, helps me get the kids ready, I take them to school. Well, Mondays I let her sleep in, okay? So it's all up to me.
You're such a good dude.
I try. But ask my son that, and he'll tell you how much of a failure I am. Okay? Do you want to know why? I'm packing his lunch, and I can't find a water bottle, right? Yeah. And I go in the cabinet with all the water bottles, and there's tons of water bottles for my daughter, flowers and stuff like that. I find a bitchin' Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, it's blue, it's crisp, it's got all the characters on it.
Paw Patrol.
You know what I mean?
Paw Patrol.
I'm with it.
Be there on the double.
You know.
Paw Patrol.
You know.
Whenever you're in trouble. No job's too big, no pup's too small. Paw Patrol, we're on a roll. All right.
Can I go?
Yeah, I had to.
I know. I'm with it.
Okay.
I'm with it. So, fill it up, send him to school. I pick him up. I said, hey, son, how was your day? He said, you sent me to school with a Paw Patrol water bottle.
You ruined his whole day.
You embarrassed me.
Yeah.
And, dude, I had this moment where I wasn't even mad. I flashed back, had a flashback to 7th grade. My mom was going to take me school shopping, and she has saved up to buy me one Tommy Hilfiger outfit. Ooh. Okay? Because normally we wasn't rocking like that, right?
No, yeah.
And she was like, do you want to go with me? And I said, I was playing with friends. You know what I mean? That's what we used to do as kids. We used to be out playing.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, I trust you. And she got me this matching short and shirt, and it was purple with the Tommy.
Ooh.
Right? Now, I rock purple. I love
Looking
purple.
back on it.
It was hard looking back at it, right?
It sounds hard.
But she worked overtime to get me this one outfit. And all I can remember is wearing it to school that first day. And I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, it's okay, that's purple. The first kid that saw me said, why are you wearing purple?
Barney.
Yes. Right? And
What's up, Grimace?
And I went home. I said, Mom, you embarrassed me, and went in my room, right? Like an asshole. And so I just had that flashback moment.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean, my son's 7. Is Paw Patrol, like, is there an age? Is 7 pushing it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I know now.
Well, I mean, it's like this. Did you want the Paw Patrol or did you want the Princess Jasmine?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Maybe show them the rest of the bottles. What?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I'm still with it, dude.
Oh, dude, listen. I have my original Power Rangers blanket with a 1994 on it. I'm talking about this thing still smells like hopes and dreams and urine. Okay? And I'm still rocking with that thing, dog. Yeah.
So
I love it.
It's one of those things. But then, you know what? My wheels started turning, and I said, I need to invest in Paw Patrol merch right now, because when that generation is my age, that's going to be the thing.
And also, when he gets older, he's going to be doing the same thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
He's going to be like, dang, like, Paw Patrol's the shit right now. Like, damn, I really had something there. I had the same thing. I had a bike, okay? Everybody else had, like, dynos, mag wheels. Matt and Sonny, they had Matt had a black and red one. Sonny had a blue one with the white mag wheels. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know who these guys thought they were, but I had a Schwinn Stingray. Red banana seat with the flake.
No.
Now check it out.
Okay.
I thought it was the lamest bike in the world because it wasn't like everybody else's. Bro, I look back on that now.
Trendsetter.
That was the hardest bike in the neighborhood, bro.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it. I didn't know what I had. And we lost it in the storage unit.
That storage unit took a lot of
That storage unit took everything from us, bro.
crushed souls, dude.
Bro, oh my God, bro. Oh, that storage unit took more from my family than the opiate pandemic, bro. For real. It was bad, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, you know, that's where I'm at. I'm the fucking parent who's not cool. You know what I mean? Because I sent my 7-year-old with a Paw Patrol water bottle and embarrassed him in front of all his friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well-
you know what that means? Tomorrow, picking him up in a golf cart. Because that's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is
when
it?
when I pull up in a golf cart, the kids line up on the fence.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, how come you get to go in a golf cart?
Yeah, nothing says money like a golf cart, too.
You know what I mean? Something like, hop in, son, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're taking a long way.
Yeah, and then Billy's parents pulled up in a Lambo, and they're like, y'all ain't got what's wrong? Y'all ain't got no fucking ATVs or anything around there? Like, what? What is that?
Oh man, but that's life. That's life. You know what I mean? It's that circle of life.
Yeah, man.
It's that
Yeah.
full circle moment.
Full circle.
So went to the rehab tonight. It was I like that the guys are sharing more, man. Opening up.
They really did open up, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
That
normally
was-
it's like pulling teeth in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, the hands were shooting up left and right, but I think
Yeah,
that
you only shared for like, I don't know.
don't do this.
You only shared
Don't-
for like 57,000 minutes. So
Don't do this. Why are you doing this right now?
I saw, while you were sharing, I saw there was somebody set up a fog machine and there was like fog coming in from underneath you and then a light beamed down from the heavens.
Listen, I get my zone, dude. I get my
You do,
zone,
and
I black out.
The only reason is that
But-
I give you shit about it is because I get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, see, but you know what? You're almost as much to blame as I am, because a lot of times when I'm talking, I hear or
Because you're spitting.
I see a head nod,
You're
and then that
spitting,
gets me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You're spitting, bro. I can't take nothing
That
away
get-
from you. You're spitting.
It takes me
Yeah.
to the basement, 8 Mile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm over here like,
Yeah, dude.
and then you'll say something. I'm like,
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm tapping this dude. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, like, all right, yeah,
So
yeah,
it gets
I
me
know.
hyped up, so I keep going.
know.
But something that we touched on that I think is important is tests.
Yeah, dude, test of your recovery.
You know what? Not only that, because like we talk about, right? Drugs and alcohol, it's a symptom.
Right.
The problem is me, right? So we have to figure out how to be a better human, or what makes us turn to the drugs and alcohol for that escape from what is our reality.
Right, that underlying issue.
Yeah. And so it's not only tests with, drugs and alcohol, but it's tests in life. Because life loves to throw a good curveball at you.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
always getting tested.
Oh, God. Comes left and right. And you know what? I just want you to know, I've really been focusing hard on not saying right.
Yeah.
And then I just said left or right, and it just catapulted me. So from this point forward, I'm going to say right 387 times.
Every fifth word.
Yeah. And you know that's the only reason I'm checking the comments, because I'm waiting for the first person to say, does this dude say anything other than right?
I feel like I have to clear my throat so bad right now, dude. I feel like I've been walking through the Mojave Desert for the last 3 days with no water, bro.
With your mouth wide open.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Water break.
So tests.
Tests.
I'll tell you this, bro.
Okay.
I'm coming up on 6 years clean.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Big 6. And I wish I had the formula to stay clean. I don't know if there is an exact formula, but I wish I could bottle it up and give it out to everybody. But honestly, I don't know how I lost the urge to get high.
Yeah.
But the longer I stay clean for, the easier it is for me to pass those tests when life gives them to me. I did 38 months in Okeechobee CI, dude. And I mean, while I was in there, I was cutting hair, and I would have people hand me bags of dope. And, like, every time that it would hit my hand and I would see it, I would be able to flip that switch and just say, this is a test, right?
Mm-hmm.
And hand it back to them. And every test that I passed made the next one that much easier, right? And I said, right.
Perfect.
You did that.
I know.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
It's okay because I'm about to clear my throat.
Scoot away from me, son. You're rubbing your rights off on me, dude. Okay? No, man. It's just, I don't know. I think I was able to condition myself while I was in there. And I think once you get separated away from that lifestyle for long enough, like, you're able to condition yourself and you're able to do little things. And you could even test yourself. You know what I mean? And each one of those little tests is just so important. I mean, that is what keeps my recovery alive today, the little tests, those little, the devil's little seeds, because every one of them is a challenge for me, and I love a good challenge, right?
Of course. Of course. So, and I'm glad that you said devil's little seeds, right? And you know, the reality is you need to have a higher power. I personally don't care what your higher power is. But what I will say is whatever your higher power is, right? The laws, as it will, right? The yin to the yang, right? If there's a higher power, there's a lower power. And that lower power is working double time, okay?
Right.
So, oh my God, I love that you are saying right so much. Yes, dude. So the reality is that lower power is doing double time, right?
100%.
And nice change up. And those tests will come, right? I'm going to disagree with you. First time we're doing this on here. I'm excited about it. I'm going to disagree with you on I wish I had the recipe for this, right? And it is, I'm not going to disagree fully, because if there was...
You just opened Pandora's box.
I know. If there was a foolproof plan, I'm sure there is some company out there that would be making billions of dollars, right?
Right.
But what I think it comes down to, and what I always rely on, and what I tell people, is the few things, right? God, I just said it. Willingness, acceptance, perseverance, right?
Love it.
So those are the three things to me, and it's nothing that just because I tell you, you have to be willing to do anything. It ultimately boils down to the person, to the individual, because I was not willing until I was truly sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I wasn't willing until I was in prison.
For the second time?
Second time. Well, I mean, technically third time, if we're counting just adult sentences.
So, and I truly think that if you have those things, that is the starting ingredients to this recovery thing. Now, there are a lot of other variables that come into this. Meetings, sponsorship, service commitments, step work, a number of things. Support group, right?
Sneakers.
I mean, I'm with you. I love I love a fresh pair of sneakers.
Very important part of my recovery.
Very important. But I think if you have those things, the acceptance, and these are internal questions. This is not a question that you need to tell your parents, your spouse, your sponsor, you need to share at a meeting, because the reality is I've heard so many times, and the only reason I can spot it is because I was that person who was telling my parents, no, this is the last time for real, I'm done. I'll do anything, right? Bond me out of jail, I'll do anything.
Yeah.
Those desperate times where that willingness comes out. No. The willingness that when somebody tells you you need to go to 90 meetings in 90 days. That it's locked in no matter what. If they would have told me I had to walk on my hands backwards, buck naked through a cactus field to stay clean, that's how willing I was to make it happen. I've accepted the fact that no matter what, I can't drink, I can't get high. It'll wake up the beast. My life's too good
Yeah.
to give any of that up. The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm going to have to disagree with you.
okay, disagree for the disagree. I love it. Is this turning into a debate? Do we need to turn chairs towards each other? Let's go.
The juice is worth the squeeze. Continue.
So, it's one of those things that no matter what tests come along, and tests, again, in early recovery, I went to the gym, and there was a Walgreens in a parking lot. I went there I think I was getting a gallon of milk or something. Get a gallon of milk. I get in line. I'm not even paying attention. I'm on my phone. Dude in front of me, I hear, "Hey, Flip," my old drug dealer.
That's so crazy.
He said, "How you doing? I ain't seen you in a while." I said, "Yeah, I was in treatment. I'm doing good, man." I said, "How you doing?" He said, "Oh, same old, same old." I said, "All right, man." I said, "Be good, man. Stay safe." And I booked it out of there.
Yeah.
Fast forward a couple days, I get home, and he does landscaping on the side. He was doing the landscaping at my neighbor's house. The whole time I was buying drugs from him, I never saw him at my neighbor's house once. That would have been the best day of my life. I never saw him over there. Yeah. And I saw him, and I pulled in the driveway, and I ran upstairs, and I was on the second floor. I went to the second floor, and I'm peeking out my blinds like a crackhead, right? Peeking out the blinds. And I'm like, oh my God, my stomach's in knots. And I just picked up the phone and started calling people, right?
Damn, you ran the gauntlet, dog.
And by the fifth call, because nobody had answered, I said, "Oh, don't do this. The first person I called had called me back. And I said, "Hey," I said, "listen, I just need to talk to somebody. My drug dealer's next door. I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out, blah, blah, blah." Talked me through it. By the time I got off the phone with him, I went back, Peaky Blinders, you know what I mean? And he was gone.
Thomas Shelby.
Yep, love that. Great show. Anyways, but there's tests like that, right? But then you have other tests. My daughter being in the NICU.
Yeah.
The loss of your mother. You know what I mean? How many friends have we buried? Job situations.
Dude, everything that came with the loss of my mom. I mean, we were living down in Northport in a house when she passed. My name wasn't on the lease, so it was like in one swift move, like my whole world got flipped upside down. And honestly, I have no idea how I stayed clean through that, because I'll be the first one to tell you, bro, I'm not perfect. Like at that time, I wasn't really like working steps. I didn't have a sponsor. I mean, I was going to meetings, but and I wasn't really sharing in meetings either. I was just going there just to
You were maintaining.
say that I went to a meeting, and it did. After I left the meeting, it did make me feel good, like how it says in the Just for Today. Like I felt good. I felt that fellowship when I left the meeting, but like I have no idea if like 9 times out of 10, if that would have happened, I probably would have used. And that's what I mean by not knowing the formula.
But this is okay. And then to counteract that statement, okay, when you got out of prison, right?
It's gonna be a fist fight. Y'all just signed up for a fist fight.
When you got out of prison, you made it a point to build that support group and surround yourself with the right people.
You're right. I do not associate with anybody getting high or anything like that.
So, it's the old saying, if you sit in a barber shop too long, you're going to get your hair cut.
You're gonna get
right?
haircut.
What were you going to say? What were you?
Nah, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Okay.
I don't want to say.
But when you surround yourself with the right people, and again, it goes back to the willingness, right? And the willingness to know that I can't hang around the wrong people.
Right.
I'm not that strong. And that's like when I actually gave this a try, one of my hardest things, I was a people pleaser, right? My whole life. It was that gratification from the attention.
You still are.
I still am, but I have boundaries.
You're a flying purple people pleaser, bro.
Why you got to bring purple into it? Is it because of the purple Tommy Hilfiger? So,
Yo.
no, but I made it a point to set boundaries. Yeah. And the two guys that I got really close with in rehab,
Yeah.
I set those boundaries in there. I said, listen, like, I'm really about this recovery stuff. If you are, it's going to be one hell of a ride. If you're not, I got to distance myself. And it's not because I don't love you.
Yeah.
But I can't save you. I'm trying to save myself.
I gotta love you from a distance.
Yeah. I'm out here treading water.
Yeah, I'm white knuckling it.
Yeah, like I'm trying to survive.
Yeah.
And so got out. One dude started slipping. I tried to help him a couple times, took him to detox. Eventually had to have that tough conversation like, dude, like, I love you. I want you to get this, but like, I can't. And he died. The other dude, same situation. He wound up in a coma for 2.5 months. Had to learn how to walk again. Luckily, he's still alive.
That's the homie.
And he's out there doing his thing. He's actually going to be in town next month. We might have him on the pod. We might have him on the pod.
Boy.
Yeah, so it comes down to, you know, a number of things. But life is going to throw you tests. Whether it's the ending of a relationship, loved one dying, a friend dying, lost a job, running into those bad people.
I ran into my old plug. And this is crazy, dude. Like, I was doing a windshield for a guy, and he pulls up in his truck, and my old plug jumps out the passenger seat. He didn't even really recognize me at first, which is a good thing. And he looked exactly how he looked back then. And I was like, hey, what's up, man? You know, and he's like, oh my God, Lou. And I said, yeah. And he said, you got to see this video I got on my phone. He kept a video on his phone for 5 years,
God,
bro.
This video, I don't know if I can emotionally handle this video because this video is heavy.
And the video goes like this. There's two people in a car. He's one of them. The phone's on him. The camera's pointed at him. You hear a voice in the driver's seat. And I don't recognize the voice. And this voice is talking to their mom, saying that they have a landscaping job tomorrow and trying to bum $20 off of their mom, trying to jug her out of $20 to go get high. And the phone pans over, and I still don't recognize this person. And it was me, bro. It was me. And when I saw it, I immediately started crying. Right there in front of that dude, in front of everybody, in front of my helper. I bawled my eyes out, bro. Because it wasn't long after my mom passed that I saw that video. And it's crazy how the universe works like that. Because that test right there, like I said, I flipped that switch when I saw that. And it was like, I will never disgrace my mother like that. I will never dishonor her name by going out and getting high. It did exactly. Don't fucking cry.
I told you not to bring up the video, though.
Don't cry,
but
dude.
you know today's been an
Don't
emotional
cry, because if you
rollercoaster.
cry, and then there's gonna be
Today's been
two guys crying at a table.
Welcome to the Two Guys Crying at a Table pod. I'm your host, Weepy I Will. Meet my partner, Crying Carl. This is a podcast where we sit here and cry. Okay?
We're gonna cry for an hour. Like, share, and subscribe.
Today has just been an emotional roller coaster, but that was tough because I remember when you got on the road, you called me, and that actually put you in a funk for a couple of days.
I was in a funk. I was in a funk, dude.
Absolutely. So again, the life throws these tests, right? But what I've learned from experience is each one of these tests that you pass, in hindsight, some are still difficult to process, right? My daughter being in the NICU, you know, I have pictures. She's on the intro.
One of them's on the intro.
And, like, that is one of those things that was tough. It was a tough test. It's still a tough test, right? But in hindsight, so cool seeing my support group show up the way that they did. So I didn't even have to think. What do you need? Somebody went to my house, packed a bag for me. What do you need? You need food, anything. You know what I mean? And people were just showing up. People were visiting, you know, coming up, anything. It was just, the support was overwhelming, right? But that's what, when you're doing the right thing and you're a decent human being, and that's all we're trying to do.
It's contagious. As I say contagious.
Yes.
He coughs as I say contagious.
Oh, God.
Are you?
I'm dying.
Are you dying?
Yes.
Welcome to the Home Group Podcast. I'm your only host, Luke. Today's episode, we're going to talk about how much we miss Flip.
But when you do the right thing, when you have the acceptance, when you have the willingness, those two, it gives you the perseverance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so you attract positive people.
You want a sip of water real quick, dude?
Bless it.
Because I feel like...
Ivan, you're going to be busy on this episode. There's going to be a lot of splicing.
Ivan, call 911 right now. Call the ambulance real quick and get them
You
over
want
here
to talk
just in
about a
case.
test? Let's talk about a test.
Okay, let's talk about a test.
Let's talk about a
I was
test.
born to talk about tests.
My wife had her wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh my God, bro. Yo.
My wife had her wisdom teeth taken out, and her face was the size of a small, still beautiful beach volleyball. Okay?
Small. Just a small one.
So beautiful. And the doctors had given her some painkillers.
And that's not why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing because of the beach ball thing. I was laughing about what comes after.
Yeah.
So I just want to clarify that.
You know, she's had, obviously, the C-section. She had painkillers, the wisdom teeth, right? And so she's like, I need one. I don't think I can swallow it, right? And I said, okay. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do? You want me to, like, crush it up and, like, mix it in some liquid? Like, what do you... And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So without hesitation, I grab a pill, and I go to grab... And it's so weird. It's like muscle memory. Yeah. I immediately grab a bill out of my wallet. And I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This isn't how this goes, right? And so I grab a piece of computer paper, and I grab a Bic lighter, and I go to crush it, and I said, so you have the muscle memory with the dollar bill, muscle memory from doing the right thing. I immediately pick up the phone, and I call Babs, right? Yeah. And I'm like this. And I said, hey, I just feel like I need to talk to somebody right now. I'm currently crushing up a pill for my wife.
I'm treading shark-infested waters right now.
And, of course, Babs, being the stand-up guy that he did, laughed hysterically. Uncontrollably for about 3 minutes. Yeah. And he said, boy, I'm glad I'm not you. And he said, all right, but seriously, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm fine. I said, I just feel like this is something that needs to happen. Like, I need to tell on myself, right? And he's like, okay. He's like, well, stay on the phone with me. And I said, no. I said, I'm good. I said, but I'm just letting you know, if you don't hear from me tomorrow, send the cavalry, right? Just as I hang up the phone, and we're going to preface it. We're going to preface it. I know where you're going. We're going to preface it.
Okay. All right.
So, you've been over to that house more times than I could probably count.
Yeah.
And you always come in one way, and one way only.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
What happened?
So, I had been parking my car at your house
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit and swapping it out for my work van in the morning, and then at the end of the day, I swap back out. So I had never just came to the front door. I've never just come to the front door.
You've never
I've never
walked through the front door.
walked through the front door. I've never even been to that door.
Yeah.
I've never even been to the back door.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I don't know, dude. So I walk up, I open the door. I just open the door.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in. Sierra is laying on the couch like this. Flip is wide-eyed, looking directly at me with a pile of powder in front of him. Okay? I'm like, what? My heart stopped.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, dude. My whole world came crashing down.
Yeah.
What did I just walk into?
Yeah.
And you said, it's over. No, you told me what it was, but boy, that was wild, man.
Yeah. So it goes back though, right, to doing the right thing and having the right people in your life. And even though that lower power's working hard, higher power still got your back.
And it works through people.
Through
for you.
people, for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you walked right through that front door just as I hung up the phone in the
So
nick of
crazy.
time, and it just worked out the way that it worked out and got through that. But that's just one of those tests that's like, especially if you have kids. My son got circumcised. They give them little babies liquid gold for that. You know
Oh,
what I
do
mean?
they?
Oh, God, yeah. Liquid cough syrup bottle, liquid painkiller.
Liquid gold,
Liquid gold. You know what I mean?
1949.
So what are you gonna do? Because you can't. Oh well, I'm an addict, so my newborn's gonna be.
Yeah, no, you gotta.
It's
That's
not
life.
it's not a situation that I obviously want anybody to experience, but sometimes life throws these tests.
Yeah.
And if you are willing, if you have accepted, then you can persevere anything. You just have to have the willingness to do so, to pick up the phone and call, to have the right people in your life that are just going to stop by and show up randomly.
And see you crushing up a pile of
Boy, that was dicey.
powder.
That was dicey. So, no matter what, if you think you're not going to get tested, I'm here to tell you that's not reality.
Yeah.
You will be. We've all experienced hard things in
All
life.
them clean lows, man. I'm telling you, every single clean low I've ever been through. I've been through almost all of my reservations. Almost every single one of them.
I had 2 reservations.
My mom passing, made it through it clean. My brother made it through it clean. That was one of my reservations, dog. I said if my brother wasn't able to do it, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. But it turns out that when he came back, I was able to be the one, just like he was when I got out, to show him, like, you still got people out here, dog. Like, you still got people that love you out here. Let's hit this meeting. Let's do this. And then in turn, what that did was brought me to a sponsor and brought me back to meetings and working the steps
Yeah, you
and
dove in
going
head
into
first.
and going into the rehab with you.
Mhm.
Like, it's those little things that shape us, dog.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had 2 reservations. I had, if anything happened to my mom, which we've talked about before, but I made it through that clean. And then on my wedding day, I was going to have a glass of champagne. And I just had a 20-ounce Red Bull.
Yeah.
And my wife had some sparkling grape juice.
I was there.
Yeah. And so the reality is, and I'm glad that it's not always all smooth sailing.
Yeah.
When I'm in the thick of things, I'm like, fuck, I just wish it was smooth sailing. But
Will you stop playing with me?
yeah, but the reality is, it shaped me to the man that I am today, and will continue to shape me, because I'm not done growing. I'm not done learning.
Yeah.
I'm not done pushing myself. I'm not done trying to accomplish things in life. There's still a lot more that has to be done. We just cracked this book open.
I mean, I think we're reading the title right now. Maybe we cracked it open and we're reading a little description on the inside.
Yeah. The
Picture.
preface.
The preface.
Is it preface or is it preface?
Why do you have to do this in every single one of them? Why can't we just
Roll with it?
why can't we just roll with it? Every one of them.
Preface? Preface.
Veal,
Preface.
veal, veil,
Preface.
preface, preface it.
And you've done it too. Mr. She's 12. She's 12. Oh, can we do another take? She's 13.
No, I mean correcting me.
I didn't correct you. I said preface, and then I said, is it preface or is it preface?
Preface.
It's preface.
It's preface.
It's preface.
It's a preface.
It makes sense. Preface, right? It kind of makes sense. I think it's preface. Let us know in the comments what it is. But
Yeah, we're just reading the. We're reading the
whatever it is, intro. We'll call it intro.
preface.
Yeah, we'll call it intro. Preface.
Yeah, there's a lot to go. Still got a lot to go.
I'm excited.
We still got to read the post face. Come on, dog. Wow.
Can we title this one Post Face?
Post face.
So no matter what test you're going through, the reality is, in hindsight, you can see why things happen. You can see the lessons that were learned. And every single one of those things, it's a new piece of armor. I feel like I got so much armor on, dude. I feel like I'm 9,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I am 9,000 pounds, and I don't know what to do. Okay? With no armor.
You got all the armor, homie.
You should see
You got
me when
all
I
the
put
armor.
my armor on. They call me Armor All.
Oh man. So once again, I think we're done.
Yeah, the way I see it is like this. Each of these little tests is like a small piece of wood. Okay?
We go an analogy here.
And you take all these little pieces of wood and you build a ship. Okay? And you get in this ship and you sail to the shores of recovery. Okay? When you get there, you know what you do?
Oh, I know.
Tell them what you do, Flip.
Burn the ships.
You burn the ships. That's all you got to do. You burn the ships.
Are we gonna tell people the meaning behind it? Because I feel like people don't know what burn the ships means.
No.
Okay.
No. It's just going to be like a thing.
It's gonna be on the post face.
It'll be on the post face. After it's all over, the backside on the post face.
So the burn the ships analogy, right?
Yeah.
You wanna just get it out there so people know.
Well, I mean, so no, we will,
Okay.
because I want to get names. All right, so there was a Spanish conquistador. We'll just do it on the next one.
Okay. I thought it was Nordics. I don't know
No,
why I
I'm
thought
pretty
it was
sure it
Nordics.
was a Spanish conquistador who would sail to an enemy shore, and he told all of his men when he got there to burn the ships. And when their enemy saw this, it struck so much fear in their hearts that the battle was already over before it started. And the reason they burned those ships is because there was no retreat, no surrender. They either conquered or they died.
Heavy.
And the origin of me knowing that story is Sonny Grant wrote it from the Salvation Army while he was in there with you, I'm sure.
Wow.
on my first prison bid back in 2011. Wrote it on a letter and sent it to me, and I never forgot it. Never forgot it.
Burn the ships.
Yeah.
We're going to have to edit out his name or else he's going to try to collect royalties on this.
Dude, he's been texting me for the last 3 hours talking about where's my money at you owe me.
That's funny.
He's like, your clips are getting some views. Where's my money at? Where we at?
So with that, we appreciate all the support, all the love. It means everything, seriously. We're going to keep this train running, man. We burn the ships. We're here.
The ships are burned. I don't even know how I'm getting home.
This is doubles from our podcast to also our MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Because this is where we're living.
This is it.
So don't forget, email us questions. If you have any questions, hit us up on all the socials. It'll be linked. We love you guys, and you know what we're doing. You know what we're doing. And it's going to be really hard because these chairs are super uncomfortable.
What? Oh, God, dude. Come on, bro.
My leg just got caught.